I'm reporting to you almost 2 months since I got laid off, and it's been going swimmingly, to say the least. I recently became qualified to apply for unemployment insurance, which I've been diligently putting in from my paycheck for months, for years. I've never collected unemployment in my life, but I've been contributing to it. And I finally got certified a week ago, and I was able to certify for funds for 2 weeks since I've been unemployed. And then out of nowhere last week, it said that I was unqualified. So now I am not qualified to get anything. And I tried calling, it was a nightmare. They wouldn't even let me through to customer service. They said that to call back at a different time. It wouldn't even let you be on hold. So that's that. But I'm feeling very lost, and it's been very interesting going through this as I'm nearing my 33rd birthday this July, and just like a lot going on. I just never thought that I would be in a place where, in this point in my life, where I wouldn't have a job. I technically am a consultant, but I wouldn't have like a steady job. I never imagined also just being perpetually single. We tried dating last year. This is a long story, but it did not work out. And here I am, and I feel like I've achieved a lot of things I wanted to achieve, but for whatever reason, I feel very unsatisfied. I'm sitting in this beautiful home. Whereas in New York, when I lived there for 12 years, I never lived in a place bigger than maybe 300, 400 square feet. So very lucky that I'm able to live my life here and decorate it the way I want to, because it's a big important part of my interests and what I identify with. But I just never thought I'd be here, and this is the summer. I think I'm leading into my Jesus year. 33 is a Jesus year. For those that don't know, Jesus died when he was 33, and 33 is all about like refining yourself, finding yourself again, being humble, being like as Jesus did, going out there sowing your oats, not in that way, but getting out there, spreading your message, being comfortable in who you are. And that is my year this year. And on top of that, without getting like too crazy with astrology, Jupiter has moved into Cancer, and I am a Cancer. And so anyway, the astrology girlies are saying there's lots of good things happening for me this year. So, and one other thing is like my health has been really good, which has been absolutely incredible, because after I had a very, very tumultuous working relationship, actual relationship with this man I used to date, my health faltered, and I've never in my life I took my health for granted because I was always so healthy. I was always okay. And when something comes back negative or abnormal, your world gets rocked, regardless of whether or not how big or small the issue is. But kid you not, I used to have like severe acne. I have dry skin here. I don't know, that's from retinol. But I used to have severe acne because my body was rejecting the man I was dating. I've never had that happen in my life. And then as I started to delve a little bit more, because trust me, I was like, I don't understand where all these allergic reactions were coming from. I was having hives all over my body. I was having severe hormonal acne, which I've never had in my life. And my hair was falling out, all these things, and that was because of stress. Stress from work, stress from the man. So that luckily came to an end, and here I am. Again, I just don't know what to do with myself. I feel in a place of wishy-washy, neither here nor there, black or white. But I'm really trying to figure it out. But I understand life is not about figuring it out actively, but sometimes also letting go, which I have a really hard time doing. I have a very big difficulty of letting go, being vulnerable. So this is an impossible task. But yeah, so that's me. Um, I'm 33, person with job. I started this account because I wanted to be defined as something beyond where I worked, what I did. Growing up in the East Coast, especially, I went to school in the city and then eventually lived there for 12 years, did the whole COVID pandemic move out thing, traveled, lived in Germany, Europe, came back, and did a lot of soul searching. And I have been doing soul searching for a while, but that's part of the reason why I started this, why I started my TikTok account, which birthed this name person with job, was not only about my intertwined identity with work, which has always been a integral part of who I am as a person, but also to share stories with people who went through very much similar things and or will be going through things that I want to try to give them a heads up on. Of course, not everything can be avoided. Everyone needs to go through the rite of passage of going through those things themselves to really truly learn for them, learn firsthand. But I really wanted to create a collective and a community of people who could relate. And going through it by yourself was really hard. And then thank God TikTok came along and everybody was able to find some kind of niche and content that served them, that they felt heard with or reflected themselves in. And here we are, almost 30,000 followers, 3.2 million likes, and now I'm taking on YouTube. So I've never spoken more than, I haven't spoken more than maybe like 7 minutes on this thing. But I don't know how people do it. But that's my intro. Good to meet you, and we'll see you on the other side.